So, I don't know if you guys ever watch Roland Martin. I'm surprised that he's not on more things, or like, I'm surprised that people don't interview him often, and I'm surprised I don't see him around more things. Actually, the first time I ever saw him was at a Kamala rally in Philly. It was the day before, I think, the election, and he was wearing his Roland Martin jacket. I knew he was like somebody, but I had never heard of him, and that had to have been his name, you know, and people were like asking to take pictures with him and stuff. He was acting all kind of like, he was loving it. And I was like, man, I wonder who that is. And he was standing right next to me the whole time. He was pretty close to me, and I wish I knew him then, because I would have talked to him a whole lot. He's been around forever. I mean, he's been in this game for so long, and he's really good. He goes over things that I'm surprised didn't get more shine. Like, I'm surprised that the video I'm about to go over didn't get more attention, and that's Roland's specialty. He's a hidden gem. And this is one that was just so nasty and just so awful that it stuck with me for a while. This man, Clay Higgins, he's a horrible, horrible man. And so is Mike Johnson, but we'll get to that later.
From Louisiana Congressman Clay Higgins has caused a lot of drama on the floor in the United States House. This is the tweet that was sent out right here. So if you see the tweet, man, talk about how pathetic this particular tweet is. He says, LOL, these Haitians are wild, eating pets, voodoo, nastiest country in the Western Hemisphere, cults, slapstick gangsters, but damned if they don't feel all sophisticated now, filing charges against our president and VP. All these thugs better get their mind right and their ass out of our country before January 20th. Folks, that literally was posted not to his personal account, that was posted to his congressional account. Well, in the last hour, that absolutely ticked off members of Congress, black members of Congress. At one point, a number of them were surrounded.
What's wrong with all these like weird Republicans? They're just so racist and sexist and all kinds of everything else hissed.
Were surrounding Clay Higgins, including Congressman Byron Donalds. Not sure what his role was, Republican out of Florida. Black members of Congress challenged Congressman Clay Higgins on the floor.
Mr. Speaker, I ask unanimous consent to speak before the House for 1 minute.
Without objection, the gentleman is recognized for 1 minute.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Earlier today,
the gentleman has withdrawn the objection. The gentleman will continue.
Earlier today, a gentleman from Louisiana posted on his official X account, LOL, these Haitians are wild, eating pets, voodoo, nastiest country in the Western Hemisphere, cults, slapstick gangsters, but damned if they don't feel all sophisticated now, filing charges against our president and VP. All these thugs better get their mind right and their ass out of our country before January 20th. Mr. Speaker, under Rule 23, the Code of Official Conduct for the 118th Congress states that a member shall behave at all times in a manner that reflect credibly on the House. These words on an official post.
On the official White House Twitter or whatever, and little kids can see it and stuff. If it's just like, I can't even.
Do not reflect credibly on the House. In fact, they are inciting hate. So I move to refer this matter to the Committee on Ethics and that we bring this member up for censure.
Yes. Does the gentleman yield back?
I made a motion.
There is no matter pending before the House.
I made a motion based on Rule 23, point of parliamentary inquiry.
The gentleman is not stating a proper motion at this time.
The gentleman is not stating a proper motion at this time.
The motion, Mr. Speaker, may I inquire under Rule 23 whether this is a violation of the official code of conduct before the House.
Yes.
He was inquiring, you need to get the official language, Mr. McGovern.
The gentleman has not made an inquiry relevant to the current
It's
proceeding.
so
My motion is
infuriating.
not in order.
My inquiry, Mr. Speaker, thank you. May I ask of the parliamentarian whether the Rule 23 Code of Conduct applies against the gentleman from Louisiana?
Yes.
The chair will not provide an advisory opinion on this matter.
Mr. Speaker, point of inquiry.
The gentleman will state the inquiry.
Is it appropriate for a member to use their official equipment in violation of Rule 23?
Does the gentleman have a parliamentary inquiry?
Yes.
The gentleman will state the inquiry.
My parliamentary inquiry is a member allowed to use their official equipment of the House of Representatives and platform in violation of Rule 23?
Sir, this is not an issue that the chair is prepared to rule on at this time. This is a matter for the House to determine.
And that is why I made the motion to refer this matter to the Committee on Ethics so that they can fully deliberate and determine whether the gentleman from Louisiana violated Rule 23 of the Code of Conduct of the House of Representatives.
Sir, that is not a proper motion that's in order at this time.
I mean, seriously, the professionalism is just non-existent and even negative. It's not even zero, it's negative.
Point of order. Point of
Gentleman will
inquiry.
state the point of order.
What is the proper motion for me to refer this matter to the Committee on Ethics?
Sure he can.
Yes, he can.
Sir, the chair will not issue an advisory opinion, but I advise you to take this issue up with the parliamentarian.
I'm not asking, Mr. Speaker, for you to make a determination of an advisory opinion. I'm asking for the matter to be referred to the Committee on Ethics based on the violation of Rule 23 Code of Conduct before the House of Representatives.
Sir, the ruling of the chair is that that motion is not in order at this time.
At what time would it be in order after someone... There's children who are feeling threatened in this moment based on the actions of the member from Louisiana.
Keep talking, you can make a motion to overrule the opinion of the chair, but Catherine is trying to get you an answer right now.
The chair advises the member to pursue this matter through the proper channels under Rule 9 of the House rules. For what purpose does the gentlewoman seek recognition?
I make a motion to overrule the ruling of the chair.
The chair has not issued a ruling.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman. You have made a ruling.
Gentlewoman will state their point of order.
You have made a ruling that the gentleman's motion is not in order. And I object and disagree with that ruling, so I would like to make a motion to overrule the decision of the chair.
The chair advises the gentlewoman that there was no valid motion made and therefore no ruling made that can be objected to.
I wish that I could just give them a good old ass beating. That's what I would like to do to Clay Higgins and Mike Johnson and all these other little
The chair
bitches.
advises members of the availability of Rule 9 under the House rules.
I make a motion that this gentleman's words be stricken from the official record that he used by using official property and platform of the U.S. House of Representatives.
Now that's a problem.
Sir, that is not a valid motion under the House rules.
Point of inquiry.
Gentleman will state his point of inquiry.
So the gentleman from Louisiana, had he stood on the floor of the House of Representatives and said these words on the House floor, the body would have been able to remove his words from the record. Is that not correct, Mr. Speaker?
I mean, pathetic. Pathetic. Just when I thought they couldn't get any lower.
Sir, the chair cannot respond to a hypothetical inquiry. Does the gentleman yield back?
Mr. Speaker, It is unfortunate that on the last day of this body's work on behalf of the people, after we came together just last week in a bipartisan way to protect and to provide dignitary protection for our national party candidates, that we have a member who is choosing to use an official platform, and therefore it is my intention to bring to this body a motion of censure.
Yo!
Therefore, I yield back.
No, I move.
I move to censor Representative Clay Higgins for violating Rule 9 by bringing discredit and disgrace to the House of Representatives. And I'm submitting this motion.
A gentleman has not made a proper motion.
Can you even believe how stubborn these jerks are? Who raised these people? I can't even believe.
I move to censor.
Enter it as a resolution.
I am entering this as a resolution.
Again, the chair reminds members of the availability of action under Rule 9.
What the hell's wrong with these people?
I am
submitting all these people,
by resolution
they belong in a padded room.
Censor Representative Clay Higgins for violating Rule 9 by bringing discredit and disgrace to the House of Representatives.
And that is
There's an official motion, Mr. Speaker.
The gentleman attempting to give notice under Rule 9.
I am attempting to give notice that I intend to bring a censure motion, resolution, upon return to this House of Representatives. And I would hope that every member of this body understands that no person, particularly those who contribute to communities, who are entrepreneurial, who give to our communities by being nurses and first responders and teachers, that those individuals, those children, no longer have to live in fear or intimidation because of any words or posts that come from members of this body. That it is time to end hate and the rhetoric of hate, and that it is not becoming on any member to continue to push this type of rhetoric on any platform, let alone from the House of Representatives. And with that,
ask for unanimous consent.
I ask unanimous consent to accept my motion to censor Representative Clay Higgins for violating Rule 9 by bringing discredit and disgrace to the House of Representatives.
An objection is heard.
Now, of course, that was Congressman Stephen Horsford. What he said after all of this happened, watch this.
Any comment on the tweet that Clay Higgins put out today about hate?
I heard about that on the floor just now as well. Clay Higgins is a dear friend of mine and a colleague from Louisiana, and a very frank and outspoken person. He's also a very principled man, and I think he tweeted. I didn't even see it, but he tweeted something today about Haitians, and he was approached
by January 20th.
Okay. Well, look, he was approached on the floor by colleagues who said that was offensive. He went to the back. I just talked to him about it. He said he went to the back and he prayed about it and he regretted it and he pulled the post down. That's what you want a gentleman to do. I'm sure he probably regrets some of the language he used, but we move forward. We believe in redemption.
If y'all want to see what's bullshit, you just heard from Speaker Mike Johnson. He basically wants you to dismiss it. Oh, he went to the back, he prayed on it, he deleted. We believe in redemption. But what about the folks who have been attacked? What about the people who are fearing for their safety? What about those individuals? Jolene, go ahead. You heard all of that.
And of course, Roland really wraps it up perfectly here, because it's like, that explanation, are you serious, yo? Are you... The first time I saw that, I literally got so pissed. I had to go play my drums, and I was really banging those things, because I was like, so upset by how... hypocritical and like pathetic. Absolutely just, oh my God, I'm trying so hard not to cuss. Are you kidding me right now? Oh, it's okay. He's praying about it. Don't worry. I saw him. His head's down. He's praying. Yo.